And celebrating the 1-year anniversary of AROSITI, we have one fun fact for every AROSITI contestant. This is kinda rushed because I kinda made this script on the spot. But anyways, let's go!
Candy. So, do you know where Candy's sunglasses came from? Well, we're gonna have to take a little history lesson on AROSITI. So, you guys know how BFDI came from a comic called Total Fiery Island? Well, AROSITI also came from a comic. It was called The Object Competition. Yes, I know, it was very creative. And this comic introduced a lot of characters that are in AROSITI nowadays, but don't worry, this comic is not canon how TFI is canon in BFDI. Well, all the characters in this comic only have one challenge: survive the battle royale and win them $1 million, and the winner was Candy. In the second comic, which I actually tried to make a full-length competition, but I cancelled it after one comic. Well, since Candy was the winner of the last comic, I put her on some sunglasses and made her enjoy her money. And I thought those sunglasses were so cool that I put them in AROSITI. Watermelon. So, Watermelon was not even meant to exist. Originally, there was going to be a character called Shuriken who was going to be a stereotype of an anime fan. And one day I lost his acid, and instead of making a new acid for him, I just made a completely new character. And thus, Watermelon was created. Thankfully, I made her before I made the script for episode 1, so I had to delete no scenes. Ice Cream. Ice Cream was one of the characters introduced in the second comic. She was basically a lollipop ripoff, but I made her more than that. Milkshake. Milkshake's design was inspired by the Grimace Shake from McDonald's. But if you drink her, you won't die, though I don't think she would appreciate that. Phone. He was one of the characters introduced in the first comic. Even though they're both technology-based objects and have a blue wallpaper and a black design, phone and laptop are not related, and that will be important in future episodes. Gun. Gun was one of the characters introduced in the second comic, and her personality changed a lot from the comic. She was happy and cheerful, but we all know how that changed. Camera. Camera has at least 15 photo albums, and he would lose his mind if he lost any of them. Popcorn. Popcorn is a trans woman. Poison. Poison's acid was originally supposed to be the poison teardrop acid from BFDIA tree, but then I thankfully realized how lazy that was. Cookie. Cookie is a trained baker, and she often makes sweets for her teammates. Dice. Dice can make an invention with basically anything he finds, but he prefers his tools over at his lab. Portable. Portable is in electronics, so he has a memory chip, and he can put his memory chip on other electronics. And it would be the same portable, just on a different device. Sticker. Sticker has tried auditioning for multiple musicals, but he gets rejected every time. Coconut. The reason why Coconut is insane is gonna be reviewed in future episodes. Mushroom. Mushroom will always have a terrible idea. That's why he does not take charge in most episodes. Hot Sauce. I tried auditioning for a camp from Flaminations as Hot Sauce, but I did not get in. Sketchpad. Sketchpad's personality was inspired by Jevil from Deltarune with a little bit of Spanton. File. I also tried auditioning for a camp as File, but I did not get in as well. Coffee Machine. Coffee Machine sleepwalks. Triangle. Triangle was supposed to be a mean character. Backpack. Backpack was originally green, but then I saw one and changed him to red. Cowboy Hat. Cowboy Hat has won multiple hit-the-target contests. Plasma. Plasma was also not supposed to exist. It was originally a character called Question Block. I had already written him in the script of episode 1, but one day I lost his acid and decided to make a new character. And thus, Plasma was created, so I had to replace Question Block scenes with Plasma. Bubble Blower. Bubble Blower's acid was obviously inspired by Donut from BFDI. Pen. Pen was originally supposed to be a mechanical pencil, but I changed him to just a pen. Spring. Spring can reach the sky if she bounces on a trampoline. Metal. Metal has won every single race in his life. Eminem. Eminem hates Metal because one day he tried participating in one of Plasma's contests and Metal won against him, and that anger has persevered to this day. Hamburger. Hamburger's podcast was canceled because of him participating in the show. Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb makes her own bombs by scratch. Pizza Box. Pizza Box eats his own pizza when no one is looking. Oreo. Oreo likes murder mystery stories. Ink Bottle. Ink Bottle enjoys doing paper crafts. Arrow. Arrow can do a zigzag line when dashing. Globe. The first page on Globe's research book is an autobiography of herself. Sword. Sword can survive lava because he's made of metal. Radio. Radio likes jazz music. PBG Sandwich. PBG Sandwich still keeps his squid outfit from episode 1. Spoon. Spoon's rivalry with Fork has been here since the comic. Pirate Hook. Pirate Hook actually doesn't have a scar in his right eye. He actually just wears the eye patch for style. Diamond. There was a character who was called Pickaxe. He was gonna be Diamond's best friend, but that character got scrapped. Autumn Leaf. Autumn Leaf's favorite season is actually winter. Gumball. Gumball is still friends with File, but they got caught up in their own things while they joined the show, so they don't talk as much anymore. Spray paint. Spray paint has run multiple times from the police. Lighter. Lighter is not friends anymore with Cherry Bomb. Heart. Heart's Perso sees were Telescope and Can. Sleep Hat. Sleep Hat only wakes up for 10 seconds, then he immediately goes back to sleep. Trash Can. Trash Can was originally supposed to have arms. Emerald. Emerald's favorite animal are cats. Magnet. Magnet likes to drink tea. Cuppy. Cuppy was the first ever character created for AROSITI. Video game. Video game space was originally supposed to be pixelated. Beach Ball. Beach Ball actually finished the Mega Umbrella, but he did not impress anyone. Newspaper. Newspaper is actively mad and scared of Pumpkin's existence. Dollar. The only reason Dollar joined the show, even though he's already rich, is to see how far he would go. Cap. Cap often rage quits at games. Pumpkin. Pumpkin will speak, but not in the way you think. Shoe. Shoe is still friends with Dice, but he's not his lab assistant anymore. Iceberg. Iceberg likes dogs. Chocolate Milk. So, Chocolate Milk is currently being voice acted by Dalty Fing. I like to think the reason in-universe of why Chocolate Milk changed voices is because she coughed a lot and her vocal cords changed forever. Chocolate Milk is also lesbian. Pop-Tart has thought of being a clown for years. Fork. Fork likes watching horror movies to see how bad they are. Boxing Glove. Boxing Glove could beat you up in one punch. Crayon. Crayon has multiple social medias, but all her followers are alt accounts she made. Flashlight. Flashlight has over 5 different phobias. Paper. Paper can turn into origami. And that's it! One fun fact for every AROSITI contestant. Hope you all had fun watching this video, because I had. Thank you all for supporting AROSITI ever since the start. Even though some people won't watch it because of my old content and how they want the BFDI dubs, I really appreciate the people that watch AROSITI because they truly like it. And not because you want something specific from me. So thank you for 1 year of AROSITI. Bye bye. Oh, also here's the title for AROSITI 7.